Hello everyone, this is Engineering 305 Presentation 3. Our group consists Yazan Shnude, Andres Cordavo, Faris Mansour. I'm gonna start by talking about line chart. What is the line chart and what is it used for? The line chart is basically a chart that displays data points as a series. The data points are connected. Also, it is used to show data trend and seasonality over multiple periods of time. Now we're gonna go to jump and discuss what is and show how does the line chart works by using the Australian data. As we said before, we're gonna use the Australian data, and we're gonna use data versus revenue. First of all, we're gonna go to graph builder, and we're gonna use data as our x values and revenue as our y values. And we can see here that when the time goes up, the revenue goes higher.
So now I'm going to talk about the box plot. What does it mean and what is it used for? So the box plot is a chart that graphically displays data while concentrated on quartiles. It is used to easily let us identify outliers and quartiles in our data. So the data that we're going to use for this case is found in SAS in our sample data, and we're going to use car physical data. So one particular thing in our data is that when we use a box plot, we're gonna show the difference in the tank size depending, like, respect of the country that we're gonna buy the car. So here we have our car physical data sample in SAS. So for this particular case, we're gonna use a country and the gas tank size. So if we go to graph and graph filter, and we build our model, tank size, owner, y values, and by country, and we click on box plot. So two things that we find here is that our means are very similar, but the variability in Japan is greater than the variability in the US, and in the US we find like a couple outliers.
And now we're going to talk about the contour plot. This is a chart that joins points of equal value on a straight line and displays them as a plane/curve. It is used to represent functions with a two-dimensional input. For this plot, we chose to use the car physical data sample that we used before. And now we're going to show what we did to produce this plot in SAS Jump. Okay, so first we have to go to graph builder, and then we're going to use the type of car for our x-axis, and then the horsepower for each car on our y-axis, and then we're going to go up and go to the contour plot option right here, and then we can see that for example, the small cars have less horsepower than most cars, and then the medium cars have the most variability. However, the small cars have a lot of cars in between 50 and 150. And now we're going to talk about the mosaic plot. This is a chart that is usually used to graphically display two categorical data and is used to do chi-square tests, since it is used to compare two sets of data. In order to produce this plot, we used the Titanic passengers data sample, and now we're going to display in SAS how we did that. So here we have the Titanic passengers data. So in order to produce a mosaic data plot, we have to go to graph builder. For the y values, we chose the survived column, and for the x values, we chose the passenger class. As you can see here, we still don't have a contour plot, so we go up and choose this option right here, which gives us a mosaic data plot. So as you can see here from the data, if a passenger's class was 1, he is more likely to survive, and if he was 3, he is less likely to survive. And that's about it from this graph. Thank you for listening, and we hope all you understood everything.